It's kind of like a big pool floaty.
I mean, it counts.
Hello.
Hey, Abo.
This is weird. You're not coming through my headset.
Did I keep talking so you can figure it out? You are super loud in my ears.
Let me mute my mic.
No, you don't have to. I'm going to adjust you. I had you bumped up a little bit.
How now?
Still coming in through your speakers?
And now?
No, not yet.
You sound normal to me, Abo.
This is
Fine. You sound fine to me as well.
found you.
How's it now? Better?
Can you hear me now?
USB output should be this. And now.
Yes.
Hi, and you're coming through the right speaker now.
Yay!
Take that, Windows 11. I decided to give 11 a go.
You're one of the early adapters, huh?
I'm on the I'm an inside what's it called? Inside
The Insiders, I think it is.
Yeah, whatever it's called. No, Inside Edge is my hockey subscription. Because I'm now a season ticket holder.
Ooh.
Of a team that didn't make the playoffs.
Oh.
Last year.
Oh.
But the Flyers have a weird phenomenon going on. They don't make the playoffs. They do make the playoffs. They don't make the playoffs. They do make the playoffs. Last year was the don't. So this year I hope is the do. Because then the demand for the tickets goes through the roof. And these are lower level tickets. And I have 4 of them.
Well, I am probably, we'll see how things go, going to go to at least one ECHL game this year.
Gonna see the kids play.
Yep, we have an expansion team in our town.
I grew up in Reading, Pennsylvania. And Reading has the Reading Royals, which for a while was the Caps team, but now now they're Flyers. Which is funny because across the street from that stadium is for the longest time the Reading Phillies, which is now the Reading Fightins, which was the AAA affiliate of the Phillies. And then people got confused. I don't know how, because it said Reading in the name. They said, "Oh, you can't call them the Reading Phillies. You have to call them the Reading Fightins." Yeah. But anyway. Oh, I need to pin this to start.
What do you think a good price for season tickets for ECHL team?
How big is the stadium? Is it like two yeah, you have the lower level seats and then you have upper level seats, or
well,
or, or just one
no,
level?
just one level.
Just one level. Okay. So just to give you what market are you in?
Central.
Like Chicago,
Iowa.
Iowa. Okay. So all right. Um, let me bring up the calculator. So
I mean, I can tell you what their prices are.
I have um a half game take pass, which means I get 22 games. I am paying, and I have no, I got to chop this off some. So parking. So let's say that's minus $10 there. No, well, no, it's not more than that. It's 35 to park, but I let's say I get it for $30 a game because I bought them in bulk. 30 times 22 is what? It's not what I want at all. Okay. Minus my I have the Cadillac Grill Pass, which means I get access to the fancy steakhouse, the members only steakhouse and lounge prior to all the games. So I'm going to say that's another $50 a game. So I would say, depending on how many games you get, but I'm paying around, I would say around 1,500 a ticket, a seat for 22 games. I think that sounds right.
Okay. They've got, so this is their promotional partial ticket plans. They've got a half season, which is the home opener plus 17 games, and the lowest price on this is $261, which is like nosebleed, which probably isn't too bad in this arena.
Oh, for okay. Yeah, that's not too bad because I mean I'm paying roughly $68 a ticket for a seat that normally goes for at for about 150 if I bought them at individually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Now,
the economy season, like the premium season passes, like the whole season, is $500 for the cheapest one, and that's like
yeah,
up in the nosebleed on one of the goal sides.
this is I have a corner section, but I'm also paying it monthly installments.
Yeah, you can pay $1,200 for season tickets for right on the boards.
Oh God, I looked at those. They wanted. Well, first off, I would have had to get the whole season.
Yeah,
They went 30K for seats.
I'm not surprised for NHL.
And it's on in a major market. Um, Arizona might be a little cheaper. Also, another big win. We're not in Europe. We're not in Europe, so only a 63-person queue.
Oh, yeah, but it'll go quick because you're a subscriber.
Well, there's that too, but The subscribers in Europe right now have like queues in like the 3,000-4,000s.
Wow.
So part of it is because their login server isn't as deep. They can't handle as many transactions as we can.
I thought they changed that.
They are trying to, but they need it's a hard they never upgraded the European server hardware.
I know, but I thought they made a software change that they stretched it.
Well, they did. I know they talked about it. I thought they did a stress test. Is Toki trying to talk and I don't hear him, or is it everybody?
I think it's everybody.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Oh.
Where's your bathing attire, Abo?
I gotta glam it. Hold on. I got a plate. Let's see. That's one, but that looks more or less. That's not good. That looks like I'm going fishing.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna look stupid with my book of death, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
I like it.
Got a little leg here because that's not creepy at all.
Well,
Or is
it's less leg than what Ed has.
Oh. I mean, you got to put your little raper and floaty ball thingy, whatever it's called. What's that thing called? Your little, what, magical focus is it? Ooh, ooh, ooh. How much is a ring? Oh, not enough. It's 375, isn't it? Right side stuff is 375, correct?
Yes, for the Crip Liquor.
Yes. Then I cannot get another one. But I did do some upgrades last week. I really wish I had the skill to be able to sustain 20k deeps.
All right, I think I'm done.
You had to have something blue, didn't you?
Yep. Actually, it took me forever to find a bottom piece that was skimpy enough.
Do they actually make? Do they actually make bathing suits like that's like that top that sort of has like that little fabric that's coming down a little bit? Is that an actual thing?
Anything's possible.
You mean like a one-piece suit?
Or no, like a two-piece, the one that Tammy's wearing, but like actually where they have that on the left side, how like it comes down like a couple inches off the boobies.
Oh, I don't know.
You mean in real life?
Yes, in real life.
Yes, yes.
They
They
do? Okay. No. This is me because I don't get out that often, and normally when I do, it's because I wear a full a full T-shirt when I go swimming because of the 300-pound rule.
I wear a t-shirt even before. Not for that reason, but because of, I got sun poisoning once, and ever since then,
Oh
my
wow.
sunburns are
Oh,
just been really
my
bad.
dermatologist says I have excellent skin. I must not get out a lot, and that is true. I do not get out a lot because I also hate I also hate getting sunburn on the very top of my head because bald.
Yeah, skin cancer runs in the family, so.
So are we just waiting on Doc?
I'm signing in. I have the loading screen.
Ooh.
The loading screen. Abo, your outfit is pretty cute.
What my little I want to go out in the sun but not actually get any sun look. With my book of death right next to me.
Yeah, I know. My book doesn't really match either. Here, let me.
Yeah. I mean, is there any is there any like summer like magazines I guess you could get summer scholars or something? Or what would be cool?
The Leviathan one would probably look pretty good.
No, what would look good that would fit this thing, because tons of people do this at like beaches and pools and such. And I think they should make this the books for scholars and summoners that is just they don't look like a book. It looked like a trashy romance model type book. And just open it up and then make it an emote that there's like is that the Hope book? Yeah, Hope. Yeah, the one that has 1,000 red boomerangs.
Oh, does Leviathan not have a book?
It does.
They should. I think I got it when I was farming this one.
Gunbreaker, unfortunately, does not.
I'm not seeing it on the market board.
Oh, it's not crafted. You have to farm it.
All right. Of course.
Yeah, you have to get the base item to drop from
And then
Leviathan.
use the mirrors, yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's silly.
No, don't need that. Oh.
Did I hit yes? No,
You
I meant
did
to hit
not.
yes. Sorry.
Oh, yes, it's me.
I'm ready.
Only if it were opposite day.
Sorry. I'm ready. Here we go.
Oh shit! I didn't do promotions yet this week. I'll do it afterwards. Actually, let me see if Durst was on. Can I have him? Have him do it. All right, I need to move my dinner over to the side. Not quite done.
All right, as usual, go to your sides just to get used to spots.
You got my little target marker, or we can walk or not.
No, this is just for the floor split.
Doc is talking on his stream.
Okay.
I can still hear all of you, and I'll kill Leviathan too.
He was just having a split to our sides. You've been coming to the left, though, the past few
Oh,
weeks.
I'm on the right now. Okay.
But Tammy's here today, so
Will that be okay? Is that going to confuse you?
It probably will, but
he's
it won't
the DPS,
look any
though,
different
so
to any of you.
I can swap with you. I'm good.
No, it's fine. We're good.
I mean, you're the DPS, so if you do come to the left, it's not a huge deal. It's just more spacing for the puddles, is all.
All right. Anything we want to go over real quick?
Zoot, you look like Snow White.
Do we want to go over Tsunami 2?
Yeah, it would not hurt to pull that up real quick.
Raid chat. Is it raid resources or did...
It's in raid resources, yeah. It's the very last thing in raid resources. There's the page that has the explanations, and then what the icons look like.
Okay, so for the one tank and the one DPS, if you get that line icon, that is a directional push. So you want to make sure you're facing the group if you have that. The other one, the other DPS has just a point blank, so it'll push everyone away from you. So it'd probably be helpful to point that to somebody, but it's not necessary, I don't think.
Yep, and if you are one of the cones, so let's say number 2 is the 3 marker. You would want to be sort of where I am at the corner of it, so you're not right next to, so you don't shoot anyone except for the tank that's up front.
Yep.
Because if you're back here, you'll shoot everyone that's stacked on the marker.
Are we doing it like in June Bob's video where all healers go left? Like when we do the split, all healers left, all DPS right, except for the directional one.
Yeah. Yep. So tank and heals, because there will still be one tank, go left. All the DPS go right. And then up front should be one tank and one DPS, right?
Hold on, I'm watching the video again.
The DPS with the spread out thingy-majiggy will be up front, but they'll be running back towards 4.
Yeah, because after the first pushback, the tank with the line goes up front to get the cones.
Yeah, they switch positions with the DPS. So the first DPS with the 8-second marker should already be heading back to 4 as soon as that goes off. And then the one with the 21-second marker, the line runs up and turns around as soon as the cones go off.
We really don't need to be worried about looking at the boss per se. At least the tank doesn't, because they're going to be all over the place.
Yeah, honestly, we should all probably just stop what we're doing just to get through that, and then we can pick back up.
Yeah, I mean, it is good practice to try uptime as much as you can in general, but like we made it past that like once or twice now, and the last time we did, it got down to like 14 or 15%. So honestly, if we just live through it, we're probably going to kill it. All right, food. And count. I'll do a ready check.
We go. That's the food I want.
All right, countdown.
Okay, here we go.
AoE. Tank Buster. Ready for knockback phase. And knockback. Go yellow. Back to the middle.
I got Tammy. Oh, never mind. Somebody already.
Bots.
Oh, I fudged. I'm sorry.
And red. Back to the middle.
That was really lucky res timing.
And Puddles phase.
Where is the second one? There it is. Tammy, over here.
Ah, shoot, I messed up.
And Tsunami phase.
Knee. Sides.
Red. Stack. AoE.
I got you, Tammy.
Tank Buster. Provoking.
Yellow.
Back to the middle. Heal and shield. AoE. Knockback phase. Okay, ready. And knockback. Move red. Right to yellow.
Yellow.
Back to the middle.
I got you.
Bots.
Never mind. Red. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, maybe I did. Yellow.
Back to middle.
And I'm dead.
I'll get you. And you're alive! But you probably don't want to resurrect.
Oh, I shouldn't have accepted that.
Front side. Safe. Cross.
Oh, come on. Let me get up.
Tank Buster. Provoking.
Heads up.
Oh, all the way to 3.
You mean B?
B.
Move.
Yellow.
Yellow.
It's not a good idea to come back with me.
Right to red.
Stack it in the middle.
All right, we're gonna try to grab Ed in just a second. I am out of MP, so
I have Insta-Res going out to Tammy. Maybe.
spots on the outside.
Back to the middle. Tsunami phase.
Yeah, we're gonna.
This is the me going up to
Somebody's corpse has the pushback.
Oh, this is not going to be good then.
Zoot, just turn and face everybody. And then Dave and Knox, stay there. Everybody else run away. I'm limit breaking. Oop, never mind, going to red. Then to yellow. Then I'm going to limit break.
I'm provoking. I'll take it on an embalm.
What does Roiling Pulse do? Oh, that's those.
Oh, crap.
Crap. Oh, okay, guess that goes away.
Yeah, we usually skip that because we have it a lot lower by then.
This is the shifting lines that we're not going to live through. That's the tethers, right?
Yeah, that was the tethers. We made it through the phase on the first try, guys. Congratulations, everybody.
Nice. That's the last mechanic
Yep.
until the enrage.
All right, I'm pulling up the
All right.
guide video and fast forwarding to that again because I have watched it, but
Yeah.
Can you all hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, sorry about that. My microphone wasn't working, so I was rezzing right as you called out which one you were going to do. Apologize for that.
All right. So overall, okay. A lot of deaths at the beginning, and really, without those deaths, we'll have Leviathan a lot lower.
When we get to that part, yeah.
I think normally when we get to Tsunami 2, we have it somewhere around like 30 to 20%. And then
The
we
one
got
time we got pretty close to getting through it, he was at, I want to say he was at like 14%.
yeah. Well, that was when we died. I'm just saying, like when we first get to it. And this time when we got to it, it was at 47%. So
Yeah.
as the echo. Well, are we at full echo at the beginning?
No.
Okay, so that probably makes a big difference because we were at the end of our time limit when we did that before, I think. Yeah, so just try to stay on top of the movements. If you have questions about sides or anything, ask now.
Just watching the video again.
Yeah, I'm just watching the video again from the end of the tsunami phase.
Oh, also, when we get to the part where we go to the edge and we're running around in that half circle, don't follow me to the back of the arena because I have
The explodey thing.
yeah, I don't know what it's called. Yeah, explodey thingy. So if you're there with me, you're probably gonna die. You need to stay up front with everyone else.
Yep. Each tank gets marked with one of those spread markers, and they're going to move to the back of the platform.
At that stage, only one tank gets it, right? I'm talking about
in the middle. Yeah.
Tsunami 2.
Yep. The shift. Yep.
Yeah.
So there's 2 stack markers and 2 explodey markers that come out. We just split into groups. 1 stack marker on either side, and then the tanks with the bombs in the back on either side. And we want to be on the far sides when those show up because he knocks the middle of the platform out as soon as those go off.
One second, I'm just looking at something.
Oh gosh.
I may have missed you all say that. So for the stack up and spread out part, the tanks are automatically going to go to the back, or that we going to have them go to the front?
Yeah. For the last mechanic, so we do the second phase tsunami, right? We do all this moving around and pushing and everything else, and we get that resolved. We get a temporary current again, the 2 diagonal waves on either side. Then we do 2 AoEs, and then the last tank buster. After that, we get the stack up mark. The 2 tanks get stack up markers and move to the back of the platform. 2 DPS get the.
Everybody, make sure you move your character because if you're stagnant for 10 minutes, you'll get kicked.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
The 2 tanks get spread markers and move to the back of the platform. 2 of the other raid members will each get a stack marker, and will need to stay on our side and stack up on the front of the platform.
The Miztech video shows 1 tank forward, 1 tank back. Do we just both go back?
I don't think it necessarily matters. I think it's just a matter of making sure that the groups are separated. Because then right after that, the tanks have to be up front to share the alternating, or share the cleave and keep it away from the group. And then the other 3 DPS have to pass the puddles.
It looks like, yeah, the Mistech, but it looks like if the tanks are in each of the are in the corners, there's a safe spot on the other side, so it doesn't matter as long as we do it one way or the other.
All right, I'm fine with this both going back. I was just making sure that I was looking at the right thing.
Well, if you both go back and die, then we can do it the other way. I'm just watching the passing of the puddles, trying to wrap my brain around it.
Well, hopefully we can stay alive throughout the fight and we just skip that.
And we just skip that phase completely.
Yeah.
It's not impossible.
If you're not tethered, just grab a puddle, alternating it with the other person who's not tethered. And if you are tethered, don't stand in your own puddles. Just keep moving back and forth.
Yeah, if anyone's done Titania, it's sort of like passing the tether there, except you just have the puddle beneath you.
Yeah, the tether's not passing, right? It's just you're soaking the puddle.
Right.
Oh, so when you do have the tether, you don't want to be in a puddle.
Correct.
Correct.
Because you're going to be the one dropping it.
Because you're the one dropping it. So you've got to go drop another puddle immediately. So, if let's say I get the tether and you and Tammy are my DPS, I will walk here and drop a puddle. You'll run into that puddle while I drop another one. Tammy runs into that puddle, I drop another one, you run back into the puddle.
Gotcha.
Now there is a strategy where the last puddle's soaked by the tethered person. Do we want to use that?
If we make it that far, I don't see why not.
Okay. It just spreads out the stacking debuff, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it another go. Countdown. Good recovery on the tsunami too, by the way.
Thank you. I was just like, okay, all I have to do is stay alive long enough to cast Limit Break.
AoE.
Hey, but we made it there in our first try. I am impressed.
Tank Buster. Knockback phase. Get ready. In knockback. Move to yellow. Back to the middle.
Oh, wait, yeah. I got Kyria if somebody wants to get Tammy.
I got Tammy.
Back to your spots.
Go ahead.
Sweet. It's red.
Back to
And
the
back
middle. Puddles.
Don't accept that till after the phase is over. Okay.
AoE. Tsunami phase.
Zoot. sides. Yellow,
Move yellow.
and stack. Tank Buster, Tammy, don't be too close.
Provoking. And shift back to red. Back to the middle.
Okey-dokey.
Heal and shield.
We're about 10% behind on DPS.
AoE. Knockback phase. Knockback. Move
Red.
to red. Immediately to yellow. And back to the middle. To your spots. Into yellow.
Yellow. Immediately to red.
Red. Back to the middle.
I got Tammy.
Puddles. Front left is safe.
Too
Swap
soon.
sides.
That was on me. That was not you. That was on me.
AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking. Move to B.
Red. Immediately to yellow. Then in the middle. Back to the middle.
AoE. Are your spots
Outside?
on the outside? Back to the middle. Tsunami phase.
Head to the front. Split to your sides. Then Zoot to the back.
No.
No, you're right. Sorry. Red. Immediately to yellow. And back to the center.
Well
I'll grab
done.
Tammy.
AoE. AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking.
Outside.
Back up, Swerse.
Tammy's got no one to eat her puddles. Alright, Kyria in the puddle. Oh.
So I guess you can't be, if you're not tethered, you can't be in it when it drops because it is a
No.
knockback.
Okay, so you're pretty much like walking in a big circle then, right? Well, oval.
You're playing leapfrog, essentially, with 3 people.
You told me to get in the bubble?
In the puddle that had dropped right next to you.
The one that threw me into oblivion?
You have to wait for it to drop before you go into it.
Yeah.
Like what happened to me is I just stood there and it just bumps you off. You gotta wait for it to drop, then you go into it.
So the way they do it in the videos is the tethered person moves back a little bit behind the group, and then they will shift back and forth, and then the people who are jumping in the puddles move back into the puddle a little bit further back.
And what does it do if we're successful?
Each person ends up with a damage up debuff, instead of like one person ending up with 3 of them and dying. If you don't do it, I think the tethered person gets damaged.
So the puddle drops and then the glob of water is there and then you step in it.
Yeah. Think of the puddle like a AoE marker that you want to stand in.
Yeah, think of it like
But not before it drops, because if you're standing in it before it drops, it catapults you off the platform.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, if the tethered person drops the puddle on somebody else, that person will get knocked off.
Which is why they stand back on the platform a little bit away from the rest of the group. But they don't want to stand up by the tank because the tank's getting shot with some cones.
Mm-hmm. I got wiped because I had the stack marker and there was some confusion on our side where we were going, so nobody was in it with me, and I was too far back and I got hit with the tank's explosion. Yeah, so are we in agreement then that the people with the stack markers are going to be like up here?
Yep, that's where. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'll just aim for that then. If I get it next time.
Yeah, so the tanks are running back to 2 and 1. Stack markers are going up to A and B. Not exactly on the markers. Just think of it like the direction you're going.
Yeah, because we want to be on the outside, because as soon as those go off, he knocks the center of the platform out.
Right. Yeah, if you stand on it, you're probably going swimming. But it's all right, because we got our beach wear.
Exactly. We're good to go. No, we were only 10% behind on DPS that time instead of 25. So we're
Yeah,
getting there.
I think we made up some ground though. We did a pretty good job at the middle of that fight.
Yeah.
All right, this could be the one. Ready for the poll?
Tammy's on a bio.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Really good on the tsunami too. I think we did good on that.
Yes. We didn't have to use limit break.
I didn't see the cones go off. I must have missed it, even though I was a cone.
Oh, they went off. I felt it. They definitely went off. I barely
Shooting
hit
wrong
my
direction.
nebula in time. I was like, ah! I was starting to freak out. Like I was like, I'm supposed to do something here. I was like, oh my god, cones. I like everyone being festive with the theme. Almost
My
everyone.
theme is
Almost
Black
everyone.
Mage Zoot.
Mine
It was
is
supposed to be
20
beach wear
DKB. I do like your staff though.
Oh, thank you.
Zoot, you look like a modern beach-going version of Snow White. It's
Well,
Was I just not paying attention in the chat? Was I supposed to dress like it's beach night?
yes, because we're gonna kill Leviathan and go swimming.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can I go to my glamour dresser and figure this out?
well, not right now because I don't want to lose the echo.
Yes.
I want to use the echo to our advantage.
And we got good momentum too.
Yeah.
All right. Is Tammy
And then when we start doing Titan, we're gonna look like we're rock climbing.
You guys, I'm the person who comes to the Halloween party straight from work.
I
And
mean,
I'm
you
like-
do look like a witch, so
Maybe when we defeat it, we can go to Costa del Sol.
what was that source?
I said maybe when we're done, you can get your glamour on, and we can all go to Costa del Sol and take pics.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Roar.
It's all right, Doc. You can say okay. It's okay.
He's complaining to his stream.
I should have his stream on. All right, countdown.
Ooh, crit. Nice.
AoE. Tank Buster. Get ready for knockback. And knockback. Moody yellow.
Yellow.
Back to the middle.
Getting her.
Spots.
Red. Oh, crap.
Whoa!
I can't believe
I don't
that
know what just happened.
I got you.
Did I collide with you?
I don't know what just happened.
Puddles.
I shouldn't have accepted that crap.
No, this game doesn't have collision.
I
right
don't
back
know what
his
happened.
So I
face.
ethereal manipulated to a person who ran over the edge.
Yes.
Apparently.
Thanks, Jessica.
AoE.
Thanks, Heidelin.
All right, I'm gonna get Ed.
Tsunami phase. To your sides.
Sides.
Food to red. Stack.
I'm gonna long cast for.
AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking.
Thank you.
Move
gonna go
to
yellow.
yellow.
That
Back
was
to the middle.
totally on me. I don't know how I missed that.
Heal and shield.
Oh crap. I didn't know I was relying so dependently on the call out for the knockback.
Yep. I missed that completely. Move to the middle. 2 spots.
I'm gonna accept it after this phase. Yellow. Immediately to red.
Back to the middle.
Oh well, everybody's dead. Should we just wipe this one? Yeah, I'm gonna wipe this one. Whee! Okay, my apologies. I feel like I screwed up our groove early on that one. That's on me.
Sorry, shake it out.
It's okay. It was a funny moment.
You don't sound very enthused.
I don't know how much pride I should have in a memeable moment for my stream happening in the middle of our poll that was destined to be great.
I don't know. I don't know about that. All right, countdown.
Every pool is great because I'm with you guys.
Aww.
Leviathan has water, but it's not as powerful as family.
Or there's
No.
Crit Adlos. Heyo.
I'm sure there's a Fast and Furious joke in there too.
AoE.
If you only took one food, your food's worn off.
Tank Buster. Knockback phase. And knockback. Move to red. Back to the middle. Two spots.
Yellow.
Yellow. Back to the middle.
I'm so used to going to the other side.
I got you down.
No, you ethereal manipulated me before I was in yellow.
No, I went flying over the
Puddles.
edge last time. It was very funny to look
Front
at.
right is safe. AoE. Tsunami phase.
Kyrie, back up behind us. Daniel, behind us, behind us.
Sides.
And yeah, we're gonna die.
Yellow. Stack.
Our things didn't get washed off.
AoE. Tank Buster. We gonna call it?
Never die. Hard casting you, Castillo.
Oh. Yes, I do.
Oh, Ed, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Alright,
let's just
knockback.
Yeah,
wipe
let's just
it.
call it.
Yeah, let's just
Alright.
wipe it up.
I gotta step away for just a minute.
Okay.
Oh, I will. Bye-bye.
Hello. How are you? Yes, it is. Playing with some other people, having some good time.
I have to step away as well. Just 1 second. heard a really strange noise and got concerned.
Bet it's aliens.
Know that my baby was doing something dangerous.
Alien baby?
Sure, we'll go with that.
I'm in full dad mode because my kids got bunk beds over the weekend.
Oh God.
October or November. Quite a while. Yeah.
Ed, you're so naked.
We're in a top.
It's like a pearl diving outfit.
Well, as the token Lala here, I did have to cover up a little bit. Be respectable.
Spurs and Kyrie, I need to dance too.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. That is much better. Yep.
Sorry about that.
No, you're not, but that's okay.
Welcome back.
Well, that's true. My 93-year-old grandmother called me. She
Oh.
never calls me.
Can't be like, Grandma, I'm busy.
Yes, my food has only 7 minutes on it, so yes, eating more food.
All right. Hopefully everyone limbered up a little bit, shook out the bad juju. If we need a punt elbow for good luck, we can do that.
Potato.
Puntato. All right, countdown.
AoE. Tank Buster. Knockback phase. And knockback. Move to yellow. Back to the middle.
Got him.
Back to your spots. To red.
Red.
Back to the middle. Pools. Front left
Front
is
left.
safe.
I got Tammy.
AoE.
I never remember that reprisal.
Tsunami phase.
It's me. Sides. Red.
Stack. AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking. Yellow. Back to the middle. Heal and shield. AoE.
Knockback.
Knockback phase. Knockback. Move to yellow. And right to red. Back to the middle.
I got Kyrie. Oh, never mind.
2 spots. To red. Back to yellow. Back to the middle.
I got Tammy.
I'll get Ed. When you go into the puddles, you get a debuff that drains your life really, really fast.
Puddles phase. Back left is saved. Shifting to the right after the first. Move right.
Eat, get out of there, get out of there. Come on, feet. I'm gonna hard cast for Kyrie.
AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking. Move to 3. Move to B.
Yellow.
Yellow. To red. Stack in the middle.
Dang it.
Canyons.
Let's jump.
All right, we're gonna exit, take like 5 minutes, and then get back to it.
You can put your glamour on, Daniel.
Yes, that is why I'm dying stupidly so much.
All right, 55 is when we'll be ready.
Just don't forget to change your glamour. I'm gonna repair my gear.
Not a bad idea.
I can hear Jenny laughing in the background of your stream. Well, hi, Jenny. Oh, I need to summon a different minion if we're beach themed. There we go. He's so pudgy.
All right, I'm back.
Prepare your gear, everybody.
Look, we 2 people are well. The price still in game.
Food.
All right. Anything we want to go over, or are we ready for countdown?
I'm ready.
Take a
All right.
deep breath.
Remember to move for the temporary wave that goes across the board. Just remember when it does it twice, the second one is untelegraphed. So make sure you're moving right after the first one, like has the AOE marker move.
Basically shows up, yeah.
All right. Countdown.
Do I need to call that one faster? No?
I mean, I don't, but I mean, it might be helpful for just a reminder.
Sure.
If you can, but just you're doing fine.
AoE. Tank Buster. Prepare knockback. Knockback. Move
Red.
to red. Back to the middle. Back to your spots. Yellow. Back to the middle. Puddles. Left. Back. AoE. Tsunami phase.
Abo behind us. Sides.
Red. Stack. AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking.
Yellow.
Back to the middle.
We are right on schedule.
Heal and shield. AoE. Knockback phase. Get ready. Knockback. D yellow. Move right to red. To the middle. Your spots. Move to red. And to yellow. Back to the middle. Puddles. Right. Back. Shift.
And then move to the left.
Shift left.
I'll get Kyrie.
AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking. Go to B. Move.
Yellow. Immediately to red. In the center.
Back to the middle.
I'll grab Kyrie. DPS catch-up time.
Two spots on the outside. Back to the middle. Tsunami phase.
Kyrie all the way to the front. Everybody split to your sides. Tammy to the front and turn around. Yellow, 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 yellow. Straight to
Right
red.
to red.
Really?
I got you.
Nice job.
AoE. One more. Tank Buster.
Now remember, whoever gets the tether back up from the group.
Daniel, you got tether.
Move, Tammy. Damn it.
Ah,
LB.
oh, that's rough.
No!
Oh, that's rough. Boiled alive. Oh,
Clemency, clemency, clemency. Ah,
Leviathan does not respect.
You
the
got
tank
this, Zoot.
limit break.
So it dropped 3 puddles.
Yes.
yes, which is you've got to move. So you back up away from the group, and once you drop a puddle, you move to another spot, drop another puddle, move to a third spot, and then you stay there and eat that third puddle.
Well, I think I did that and they killed me.
I think I know I was dead on my side before the puddle space even got started.
I think I ate 2 puddles.
Yeah, you've got to alternate who's eating the puddles. So,
Well, it was me first, then Abo took it, then I took another one. But then, Abo, you died. Would you die from the puddle?
Yeah, I died from the puddle, yeah.
I was too close to Tammy when the second puddle dropped and I got yeeted.
Yeah, I'm not any help on that mechanic because I'm not a part of it. So someone else take the lead on that one.
It's always going to be a DPS and a healer taking the puddle, so you just want to say DPS first.
Yeah, DPS first and then the healer.
I did notice on our side, Tammy, when you had your tether, you came up forward towards A. Make sure you're going back like behind 3 because I have a big AoE coming at me. And that goes for the other side too. Just stay away from the tanks.
Yeah, you should bring the tethers back behind 3 and 4.
And
So
whoever's waiting to take them should be waiting next to 3 and 4 so they can step back into the puddles once they drop.
Yep.
So you're saying instead of the person with the tether going back to 1 and 2, the people eating them go to 1 and 2. And then the tether goes to 3 and 4.
That works.
I mean, that's good. That way you can see the puddles instead of having to look behind you.
Yeah, let's try it.
And
Nice job on the second tsunami phase. That was awesome, guys.
Yeah, and I freaked out on the bomb. I used my nebula and I forgot about the AoEs after. I should have saved it. That was my bad. All right. Countdown.
AoE. Tank Buster. Knockback phase. And knockback. Move to
Yellow.
yellow. To the middle. Thoughts? Move to red. Back to the middle. Puddles. Left.
Left front.
Is safe. Tsunami phase.
Me. Sides.
With your sides. Yellow. Stack. AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking.
Red.
AoE. Heal and shield.
Where's this B?
AoE. Knockback phase. Knockback.
Yellow.
Move right to red. Back to the middle. Spots. Yellow.
Yellow.
Move right to red. Spots. Back to the middle. Puddles. Left.
Front.
Front. Switch.
Moved.
They're slow on that red.
AoE.
I had no business living through that one.
Tank Buster. Provoking. B. Move. Move.
Yellow, 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 yellow. Immediately to red. In the center. Alright, Tammy, it's safe.
Spots on the edges. Back to the middle. Tsunami 2 phase.
Tammy up front. Everybody split. Ed, if you can get one of the healers up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, David Knox, remember if you have the line one, you're going up front for the cones.
Right. Yes, that was on me.
We're doing really good, guys. We totally got this. Hang on, I have to kick my cat out of the room.
Oh, poor kitty.
Meow!
You guys ever hear of the weather app called Carrot?
No.
It's kind of fun. It's a
All right.
it's a weather app where you can set the personality of the app to either be nice, professional, or
The one where it says, "Hey, this weather's hot as balls today."
well, today it says careful. There's a Lakitu in the cloud. And other times it like to call me a meatbag and and pretend to want to kill all humans.
Oh.
My friends have that up.
All right, countdown. Unless you can set the voice to Gladys, I'm not interested.
It does do text to speech. So whatever your phone does.
Abbo must not know who Gladys is.
No, I know. I am very much a Portal fan.
AOE. Tank Buster.
I shot myself. It's so weird. I shot myself. Now I'm invincible.
Knockback phase.
Knockback. Yellow.
Yellow.
Back to the middle. Spots. Red. Back to the middle. Puddles. Left.
Back.
Back.
Oh, I tried.
That's okay. I didn't remember which one popped up first.
I got you.
Tsunami phase.
Me. Sides.
I got you, Tammy.
Yellow.
Low.
Back. AoEs. Tank Buster. Move to red. Back to the middle. Heal and shield. AoE. Knockback. Knockback. Red.
Red.
Right to yellow. Back to the middle. Spots. Yellow. Red.
Crap, 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 crap. Oh my god, I made it.
Middle.
Swerves
Puddle.
focus on Tammy and Kyrie.
Left.
Back. And then to the right.
Oh my gosh, I looked at the wrong one.
Get out of there, get out of there.
AoE. I'm gonna embalm.
Do you have Zood, Edward? Okay.
Go to B. Move. Move. Move.
Front and
To the
together.
yellow. Right to
Immediately
red.
red.
Back in the middle. Nice recovery.
DPS catch up.
AoE. Bots on the outside. Move back into the middle. Tsunami phase 2.
Ed to the front.
Where am I going to go when the thick line?
You're going to go up to the front and turn around. So once the cones go off. All right. Why? I think you need to be further away. Because where you were, Dave and Knox, you're still too close to the people with the cones to be considered the furthest person away. You got to go all the way to the front edge.
Okay, someone was in front of me, so I didn't want to go too far.
No,
But
you got to be
understand.
like,
I understand what you're saying, though.
yeah.
I gotta go all the way.
Yep.
That was on me.
No worries. Yeah, when you have the line, you just wait for the cones to go off and then run up to the front.
And face the group.
Well, no.
No, you gotta run up first. You gotta
Yeah.
go
No,
all
no,
the way
no.
to the front.
The DPS.
Yeah.
Once
Yes.
the cones go off, they have to run up front and turn around.
Yep.
Dave and Knox and I had the same thought. We're like, no, 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 no. Food if you need it, and countdown.
AIE. Tank Buster. Knockback phase. And knockback. Move to red. Back to the middle.
I keep getting my phrases mixed up.
Spots. Yellow. Back to middle.
Got you, Tammy.
Puddles.
Left. Back.
Back. AoE. Tsunami phase 1.
Me again. I've gotten it a lot tonight.
Two sides. Red.
Stack. How did the...
We weren't stacked.
Oh.
Tank Buster. Booking.
Oh crap. Oh, okay.
Move to yellow.
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Yeah, I'm dead.
Back to middle. Heal and shield.
Hard casting for gas.
Knock back.
Head, I'm gonna
Knock
get
back.
it, just don't take it right away.
Move red. Move yellow. Back to the middle. Spots. Move yellow. Move red. Middle.
Bringing up Doctor.
Puddles. Right. Front. Move left.
I have no idea how I survived that.
AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking. Move to B. Move.
Red. Move. To the middle.
Back to the middle.
DPS catch up.
AoE.
Spots on the outside.
Back in the middle. Tsunami 2 phase. This time Davinox is not messing it up.
Tammy to the very front. Go, go, go. Split to your sides.
Back, Tammy. Back.
Right. Head to the front, turn around. Everybody run up to the front.
Sorry, Zoot.
Don't go back to the middle right away, remember. The tank's got the blowy up thing. Ah, red, red, red. Yellow.
To the middle.
I got you, Tammy. DPS catch up.
Tank Buster. Provoking. TPS move back.
Tethers.
Oh, I'm tethered. Alright.
Okay.
Non-tethers go back.
Dang it!
I have a damage down.
I'm invincible.
I'm not sure what that mechanic is or if we have it right, what we're trying to do.
We're trying to
We're trying to split the damage buff so that he doesn't start dropping puddles under random people if the person with the tether dies. Do we want to maybe switch tactics and just focus heal the person with the tether and see if they live through it? The problem is that we can't be in the puddle before it drops or we get knocked off the edge. So you have to have room to drop the puddle, not on us, and then room for us to walk in, bearing in mind that the tanks up front are taking huge cleaves, so we can't get near them. Like if you're standing here, and you go to drop a puddle, you can't, we can't step into it until it's already dropped. So if you're here and the back of the platform is 1 and the front is 2, there's no room for somebody to come step into the puddle and you to get out and drop the other one without knocking the other person off. Yeah, but you're running towards the person who's standing in the back of the platform by 1. If there's not enough room to clear the other puddle to drop the puddle, if they're too close to you, they're going to get knocked off.
Yeah, and you don't need to be in the middle of the puddle. You just have to be standing inside of it.
Yeah, somewhere inside of it.
So if the person with the puddle, let's say that this square is the puddle that I'm standing in right now, all you need to do is get to the outside of that puddle and then drop the next one. You don't have to, the puddles can overlap. So the person with the tether doesn't have to move very far. So drop, move back, drop again. And the person and the person soaking it steps in, steps out, and then steps in again, or third person is to take it. Same thing over here. Person steps in, steps out. You just gotta not be around the person with the tether.
Yeah, so there's 4 puddles. The tethered person takes the last one. Also,
Yeah.
the puddle can go off the edge, so you don't have to like have it right in the land you're standing on. You can like get it off the edge if you need to have space on the other side. Yeah, we decide on DPS going first. Actually, no, that didn't work that last time because it
You got
tethered
the
me.
tether, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna share a picture real quick. So the tether is denoted by the people furthest away from the boss. So we want to make sure those are ranged DPS at that time. So everyone else is sort of around.
So that's why they were running back in the video. It wasn't to space out. It was to make sure they catch the tether.
To make sure they were the ones marked, yeah.
So do we need to step in anything if they kite the puddles around the back?
One
No.
person has to each time.
Yeah, if you don't, the puddles explode and kill everyone.
But you
But
don't
you
want
don't
to take
wanna-
2
So-
consecutive.
Right. I
The
was
thing
just gonna
that
say
I'm confused about is I stepped in the puddle and then it seemed to kill me after I stepped out of it.
You have to wait for the puddle to. So you're going to step into it, the puddle's going to explode, and then you're going to walk out. I mean, not walk out because it won't be there anymore, but.
But you can only take one.
Okay.
You have to alternate one another.
You can't take multiples in a row.
Yeah, if you do consecutives, you get you die.
So watching the June Bob or whatever it is, if you want a pattern, so this is after the DPS is marked with a tether. It looks like, so they're the furthest away, so they get marked with it. They sort of move up slightly closer, and then they're sort of following a pattern of out, in, out, back, and that's how they're dropping the puddles. They're starting out, in, out, back, and they take the last one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we only have like this panel from here to here. So they're starting out here, and then they're going in, then out and back, out and back, and then slightly back and taking the last one.
So if the tethers go to the person who's farthest away, do we want to assign that?
Ed, you're on my side, right? All right, so Tammy on A side, and how about Abo on B side?
Okay, so just hang in the back, right?
Yeah, well, as soon as we get to that part, you don't have to be like all the way back. You just have to be the furthest person away.
So a question then. Since the tanks are going to have to be up front eventually, instead of running the DPS stack to the front, do we want to run that to the back? And the tanks are already up front?
I was thinking about that, but I didn't want to mess people up, but that's what I'm thinking.
Yep. That works.
I thought about that like half an hour ago. I was like, I'm not going to say anything.
So the stack up marker, we go to the back to 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the corners, because 1 and 2 are going to get knocked off, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
How long is this fight? You think 11 minutes?
I haven't really been keeping track. Why?
Oh, because I have 11 minutes on my food buff.
Oh, I don't know. I ate another one anyway, just in case. Oh, I didn't look at the ready check. Was everyone here?
Yep.
I closed it out of habit.
All right, I'm going to go.
Here we go. AoE. Tank Buster. Prepare for knockback. Knockback. Yellow. Or red. Move to the center. Spots. Yellow. Back to the center. Puddles.
Right.
Back.
Watch out, that puddle's gonna expand.
AoE. Nami phase 1.
Spurs. To your sides. Yellow.
Stack. AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking. Move to red. Back to the middle. Heal and shield. AoE. Knockback. And knockback.
Oh, that's
Red.
I'll get you as soon
Move
as
the
this
yellow.
is done.
Back to the middle. Spots.
Wait, Spurs.
Yeah.
Red, red, red. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Back to the center.
Watch out for that puddle, it's gonna expand. Alright, left. Oops, I was too early.
Oh,
No.
you got the stock?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you should challenge him to a dance battle.
Alright, I need
To save the galaxy.
just 5 seconds to get my daughter something real quick.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pull. Oh.
My bad on that knockback. I could have sworn I hit Surecast, but I guess I didn't. Muscle memory failed me.
Is the timing on that working for everyone when I'm queuing the knockback?
Yes.
To be honest, I don't pay attention to it half the time, so you're doing
That's
great.
People who pay attention to me, other than Zoot.
I was thinking about earlier tonight doing this. If I ever do this in a pickup group and I ever have to go right, it's never gonna work. I'm only ever going to be able to go left on this boss.
You just have to face backwards the whole time.
Yeah. I want to get past this boss so bad.
You've got a 20% echo now.
More dots.
More dots. More dots.
All right, sorry. I washed her laundry today. My husband didn't know where her jammies were.
You're late. Minus 50 DKP.
Okay.
The funny thing is, we used to even joke about that in Final Fantasy XI. That joke like transcended all MMOs.
What's from classic rating? From classic WoW rating. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tank Buster. Prepare for knockback. And knockback. Red, red, red. Back to the middle, center. Lots. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Center.
Oh, right.
Puddles. Left. Back. AoE. Tsunami phase.
Tammy, behind us. Sides.
Sides.
I'll get her.
Red.
After this.
Back. AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking. Prepare to move to yellow. Yellow. Back to the middle. Heal and shield.
DPS burst 2. Nice.
Sweet. Say it all the time. Deeps.
Plus 20
AoE.
DKP.
Knockback phase.
Knockback. Yellow.
Yellow.
Move to red. Center. Spots.
Spots.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Move to red. Center. Deeps. Puddles. Left. Front. Switch sides.
Very nice.
AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking. Move to B. Oh. Oh.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Move to red.
Back in the center.
Into the center. I'm not sure what killed. Accepting.
AoE.
Yeah, it was just poor timing. I didn't get any heals out. Got it, got it.
Spots outside. Move to center. Tsunami phase 2.
Head to the front. Don't split yet. Split to your groups. Tank up front. Daniel to the front and turn and face the group. Turn around and face the group. Zoot's gonna push us forward. Don't get too close to the front.
That was my bad.
There we go. No,
That's
we're good.
okay.
We're good. We're good.
Get it.
Red, 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 red. Move to yellow, move to yellow. Back to the center. I'll get Kyrie.
I got Tamer. Go ahead.
DPS check.
AoE. Tank Buster. Provoking.
Stack to the back. And then whoever's taking the tether, stay in the back. All right, Ed, you go first.
Take it here.
Dang it.
Oh,
Oh God, what was the boss at?
I don't know.
It was less
It
than
was
10%.
at least 10.
Yeah.
So I don't think I fully understand that mechanic. It seems like our plan is not complete.
We did pretty good on our side. It's just Ed got a little bit too close to the bubble and got blown off the edge.
I also got blown over the edge. I don't understand why. I stepped in the second circle.
You have to, once the circle drops and the person with the tether steps out, you step in.
if you happen to be near the person who has the tether,
Because they're going to drop another circle. That second circle is what's going to knock you off the edge.
The third circle is what knocked me off the edge,
Mm-hmm.
which I didn't have anything to do with because I took the second one.
That just means that in
It
that
didn't get
particular happenstance, Avo was just a bit too close to you is all.
Wait, what does his proximity to me have to do with anything?
He's the one dropping the circles.
I'm dropping the water poop. The act of the water poop dropping on me will knock you back if you're too close to me. So you have to stay away from me. When the act of the water dropping on me hits, then once the water is actually on the ground, you see the animation. Then the corresponding person can step in, soak it up, and rinse and
And
repeat.
then move on. But you
Okay.
don't need to step into the very center. You can just step in just so your feet are just inside it, which gives Abo more room to get back and drop the next circle.
Okay. I have a plan.
Okay.
mean, the path that I'm taking is pretty much more like a big U. So like I'm starting at like 1 here, and then I'm moving like up towards approximately 4, and then I'm moving back to the right a little bit because we have a little bit of room there, and then and then I'm coming back towards the back side, the south side of the platform again. So that's my intended path. Okay. Does that help at all?
Yeah.
Sure.
In Kyrie, I'm going to take that first one, so let me get it like we did last time, and then we'll go from there. We'll trade off.
Okay.
All right, countdown.
Do we want a DPS limit break when we get to that little break before the tethers? If we still have it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Depends on if we're all up or not.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the catch.
AoE. Tank Buster. Knockback phase. Knockback. Move to red. Red. Back to the center. Spots. Yellow. Back to the center. Puddles. Left. Back. AoE. Tsunami phase 1.
Zoot. Sides.
Red.
Duck.
Back.
Ooh.
AoE.
We're all stacked on that one.
Tank Buster. Provoking. Move to yellow.
I got swerves.
Healing DPS.
Got that.
Ed, can you get Abo?
AoE. Knockback. Phase. Knockback. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Red, red, red. Back to the center.
I got you, Abo.
Pops.
Just wait for this phase to end.
Red, red, red. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Center.
Spurs, focus, Kyrie.
Puddle phase. Right. Front.
Switch
Shift.
sides.
I got you, Edward.
AoE. Tank Buster. E.
That's what I thought. I was like, are we going?
Oh crap, that's on me.
Yellow. Red. Back in the middle.
That was my bad, guys. I was so focused on what I was doing, not paying attention.
Gotcha.
I got Ed.
Spots.
On the
On
outside.
the outside. Move to the middle. Tsunami phase
Can you
2.
get Kyrie up before that goes off? Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Did it go off? Did it work? Did it work? Did it work?
Oh,
Oh, just barely. Alright, Tammy to the front. Go, go, go. Split to your sides. Head to the front, turn around. Zoot's gonna push us forward. Oh crap, where did he go down? Oh no! I was too far forward. Run for red, run for red, run for red.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
I can LB if you want.
Move to the middle. AoE.
LB3 while we can.
I got it.
Tank Buster. Provoking.
Is this B? Or did we already do that part?
Nope, this is corners.
Oh crap. I totally forgot where we were.
Guess I'm tethering. Oh, no.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh!
Not good.
You got this, Zoot.
You and your 12k health.
It's okay, he has 24 now.
That was lots and lots of deaths.
Yeah, that was... I made a couple really stupid mistakes. I'm so sorry.
You weren't the only one. I was there too.
And I.
All right, everyone, get up and do 5 jumping jacks.
1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a funny face at Zoot. Okay, let's go.
All right, food if you need it. Countdown.
Oh, it doesn't do a...
What?
I forgot to do a percent T.
AoE. Tank Buster. Knockback phase. Knockback. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Move to the center. Spots.
Don't take that yet.
Oh no.
Red, red, red. Back to center.
I got you, Jamie.
Puddles. Left. Back. Nami phase 1.
Kyrie, back up behind us. To your sides. Go, go, go.
Side, side, sides. Red, red, red stack. AoE. Tank Buster, provoking. Yellow. Back to center. Damage, damage, damage.
Go, Ifrit, go.
He's doing his bit.
Knockback phase. Knockback. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Red, red, red. Back to center. Spots. Red, red, red. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
I got you, Ed.
Back to center. Puddles. Right. Back. Move left.
I already got her.
AoE. Tank Buster, provoking. Move to B. Go. Red, red, red. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Back in the middle.
Yeah.
Jump.
All right. Is everyone up for exiting, coming in for one last poll?
Sure.
We'll lose the echo. Oh, we only have
Well,
2
we're
minutes.
not going to beat. Yeah, we're not going to beat it in 2 minutes.
Do we maybe want to just jump off the edge and then have the echo?
Doesn't work like that. You have to be alive for a certain amount of time.
Boo.
Now it looks like we get the echo out of the gate.
Not the like it
Not the
increases
20%.
each time after every so often in death.
Okay. I always thought we got 20%.
I think it starts off as 20% now. Zoot.
It
Oh,
does, yeah.
all right. Either way.
Here we go. AoE. Tank Buster. Knockback phase. Knockback. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Back to the center. Two spots. Red, red, red. Back to the center. Puddles. Right. Back. Tsunami phase.
Spurs. Sides.
Your sides. Red, 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 stack. AOE. Tank Buster provoking. Yellow. Back to the center. DPS. DPS. AOE. Knockback phase. Knockback. Red, 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 red. Move the yellow, move the yellow. Back to the middle. Two spots. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Red, red, red. Back to the center. Puddles. Right. Back.
Oh, that was close.
AOE.
Push, 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 push.
Tank Buster. Provoking. Move to B. Wait for the cast. Go.
Yellow.
Move to red. Back in the middle. Back to the center.
Push, 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 push.
Spots on the outsides. Back to the center. Tsunami phase 2.
QA to the very front.
What do I go?
Front.
Front.
Split to your sides. Center. Back to the center. Stay up here.
Good. Well,
Red,
done.
red, red, red,
Red. Yellow. Back to the center.
DPS LB.
LB.
Who's doing it?
You're all casters, just somebody go.
AoE. Tank Buster. Back in the center. Damage.
Push.
Back.
Shit.
Tethers.
Tammy, stay behind us. Oh, crap.
Oh no.
Push.
Push. Oh, shit. Tammy wasn't far enough back. She wasn't officially furthest away. Go.
Tag fight.
Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh.
Here's the calm before the storm.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
Push it. Push it. Here we. Yes.
Holy crap. That was amazing.
That was a clutch win.
Was someone recording that?
I can't breathe.
Hell yes.
Pixar didn't happen.
Odd. Ugh. Also,
Don't open, don't open, don't open.
sweet. One or more party members to get to complete this duty. Sweet.
I can't breathe.
Never underestimate the one more pull. Oh, I'm so happy that's done.
All right, everybody in for the pick. Come on, Doc.
Come on, Doc.
Stop monologuing.
You can only do rescue in combat, right?
Hey, can we get in a line? Come on, Abo. Come on, Zoot.
What kind of line do you want?
A zigzag, I guess.
Oh God, my chest hurts. My chest hurts. My hands are shaking.
Jessica, now we have to go unlock the next ones for me.
We still have Titan cart to do.
We've unlocked
Oh,
Titan.
good. We have another one. All right. I don't have to unlock anything.
We already did Titan together.
Everyone, I'm having sushi for lunch tomorrow. In fact, I will go and I'll ask the counter at my grocery store if they have any Leviathan in. They'll look at me like I'm weird. I'll settle for crab roll.
Holy crap, I can't. I'm still shaking. That was so freaking nerve-wracking.
Yeehaw. All right. I'm sleepy.
Oh, same. What's in these treasure chests?
Open them up.
I'm gonna open.
I think people are still taking pics. Oh, never mind.
Hoodies and pants if you want 470 junk. But the wine and the solvent and the twine are important though, right?
I'm just gonna knead on everything.
So is there anything significant in this gear or this drop?
I mean, it's the only
Glamour.
place you can get it.
It's the dyeable version of the same gear you get from the regular.
Hmm.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens then.
Hey, I've got a book of inundation. I only need 8 more to trade in for the piece of gear. Oh, look, I didn't get anything. Go figure.
I just want to say thank you, everyone. This has been a long few weeks.
Worth it.
You know, I still haven't done the first 2.
The first one's cake.
I
We can.
So
I came into this as a substitute.
The next one takes about the same amount of coordination.
Yeah, next
Holy
one's tough.
moly.
This was the easy one.
Jesus. Would you guys want to take a break next week and maybe run me through the first one?
We'll see.
You're like, no.
I would also like to clear the first one.
And the second one.
Wait, why did I miss those weeks again?
You hadn't finished Shadowbringers yet.
Ah, Square Enix and their story. Which I like somewhat. Just, I missed boss clears over it.
All right, now can I change my glamour back to my new set to show it off?
Very, very nice. I wish you could dye the Pagelthon set.
I mean, it's blue, so
It is blue. I mean, as you can tell, I like blue.
that works for me.
Oh, I'm gonna lose that. I'm gonna lose my die. Oh, damn it!
All right, I am going to go crash.
I know I have to go to the doctor's at 8, but now I can't sleep.
They're gonna be like, "Why did you have a heart attack last night?"
You all have a fabulous night.
You too.
Good night.
All right. Take care.
Nice.
If someone can clip the last poll, you don't need to do it tonight, it's late, but if you're able to get a recording of the last poll and put it into the raid channel,